Hey, we outside, my favorite place, amongst the beautiful, loving trees. So I wanted to update you guys on my journey of letting marijuana go. And the first 3 days were a little challenging. But once I broke that threshold, it started to get easier and easier. And honestly, it's not even something that I think about anymore because it's something that I really wanted for myself. Again, this is not the first time I've let that habit go. And this time I feel very confident that it's for good for sure. I really enjoy how it feels to not smoke, to not partake in that in my life right now. So I wanted to talk about why we self-medicate with things like marijuana or other drugs, other substances, and alcohol. Because that's what's happening. We are self-medicating. We're attempting to cope with trauma of our past, the realities of our current situation, because maybe we're not quite satisfied with where our life is in this moment. We're trying to escape. We're trying to numb the pain so we don't have to address it. But I want to encourage you, if you have been working to let go of self-medicating and habits that you know do not serve you and it's a struggle, here's some things that I have done that really have helped me to approach it in a realistic kind of way. One of the greatest things I have done is to be gentle with myself, to not punish myself for using these things, to really focus on forgiving myself. The other thing I've done is to take really small steps, baby steps. So let's say you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. You get that pack of cigarettes, and for that pack of cigarettes, you take out one cigarette and you throw it away. And the next day, maybe you take out 2 cigarettes. And for that whole week, you're smoking 2 less cigarettes a day. And as you go on in life, you take away a few more cigarettes. And you celebrate the fact that, hey, today I smoked 1 less cigarette. Or, hey, today, if you're addicted to sodas, I don't drink sodas, but I know a lot of people do. Sugar is an addiction. Sugar is a drug, and it is something that many people use to self-medicate. I know for me, when my sweet dog, Sweetie, passed away, I didn't drink and I wasn't smoking at the time, but sugar, I went to sugar heavy. I used food to help numb the pain that I was feeling. So if you have 2 cookies every day, go to 1 cookie for a week and then go to a half a cookie. Take baby steps, and when you take those steps, make sure you celebrate, you acknowledge the change, even if it's a small change, and try the best you can to not judge the change. Do not judge the shift. Celebrate it. Celebrate the little steps, because it's that celebration that's going to build up the confidence within you to keep wanting to move and make those shifts towards the habits that you're trying to attempt to let go. Because you can do it. And if I've done it, you can do it. If anyone in the world has done it, it's possible. It is not impossible to do. So remember that. And there was something else I wanted to speak on when it came to letting habits go. It's left me. So, you know what? I'm going to take that as a sign that we leave it there. And I just want to encourage you to keep trying. That's what I wanted to share. It doesn't matter how many times you have to start over. It doesn't matter how many day ones you have to have. If you need to have 20 first days and you go one day and you go back to the habit, then begin the next day as day one. Keep trying. Don't give up. It's okay to have to try to let these habits go multiple times. Everyone cannot do it in one swoop. Maybe that's just not realistic for you, and it's okay. And finally, if you need help, seek it. Seek professional help first, but ask for help. It's very important. I remember when the very first time I was struggling and realized I was struggling with alcohol, I was jumping through hoops trying to get help. And in my search for help, I never actually received the help with that specifically. But in the process of searching and seeking help, it made me realize how bad I wanted the change to happen. And that in itself can be extremely powerful. And I thought this was the end of the video, but I actually have one other thing I want to share with you. And that is, it's like a whole school of ducks just gliding across the top of the water. It was pretty beautiful. When you're in the process of letting these habits go and you're doing great because maybe the environment is set to where you're not being triggered or stressed. But when you are being triggered and stressed and your first instinct is to go back to that habit, I encourage you to pause for a second, take a deep breath, and really think about what it is that you're feeling and what it is that has happened that has made you believe that that's the solution. Because really, it's not the alcohol, it's not the drugs, it's something happening deeper. So it's important to take a moment to reflect and figure out what it is that's happening deeper, so you give yourself the opportunity to address it and to love on yourself and to love yourself through that. I really hope that that was helpful for someone. And if you're on a journey of letting something go, a habit, comment it below and let's encourage one another. All right, you can do this. You can do it. Trust me, I know how hard it may feel in the moment, but just keep pushing and keep trying and celebrate those little wins. You got this. Y'all take care.